didn't create anybody to become poor, and God didn't create anybody to become rich. You will become rich if you want.
When you fail, it does not mean that you must quit. All that is important is that you must accept the failure. That is something which is not bad, and that it is something which is enabling you to know your weaknesses, learn your lessons, and then you bounce back.
To learn from your failure, we should be prepared to take responsibility of our failures. If we can be able to say that, well, I did this one, that is why that I failed, but not some devil sitting somewhere, but not some witches sitting somewhere, then we will be able to know to have solution to our failure.
So from today, change your mind from seeing yourself as a mistake. And when you make mistakes, don't be down, rather be excited about the mistake you've made, for out of it, many discoveries can be made.
If you fail to work and idle about, and all you do is to gossip around, you will become poor, no matter how spiritual you are. Beloved, welcome to Time with Abundant Grace, the media ministry of Abundant Grace Academy and Abundant Grace Christian Center. This morning, we are in the Assembly Hall of Abundant Grace Academy for their Friday's Leadership, Motivational, Personal and Career Development Seminar. Stay with us throughout the program, and I believe your life will never ever be the same. You'll be inspired, you'll be motivated, and you'll be encouraged for good works. Time with Abundant Grace. Thank you for tuning in for this program. This morning, I'm sharing with you an important topic in the life of everyone who wants to be successful. Discipline. Discipline, a golden key to success. Beloved, if you are determined to be highly successful in anything, you must be highly disciplined. Because the indiscipline will never be highly successful in anything. Successful life of excellence demands a disciplined life. When you live without discipline, you will die without dignity. I make that statement again. If you want to be indisciplined, and if you want to live without discipline, you will die without dignity. For he who lives without discipline dies without honor. I don't think there is anyone here who wants to die without honor very soon, for it to be a shock to all of us. Why our fathers and mothers, grandparents are alive and their young ones are dying? Indiscipline, arrogance, and lack of respect for parents and the elderly. So young people are dying when their parents are alive. If you want to live long and be successful, then be humble and be submissive and obedient and respectful. Honor your parents, teachers, leaders, and elders, and it shall be well with you, and you shall live long on earth. My dear friends, if you don't have discipline, you don't have anything. Because discipline plays an important role in all that we do. Scripture says in Proverbs chapter 12, verse 1. Proverbs chapter 12, verse 1. Our first scripture reference. And I quote, "He who loves discipline loves knowledge, but he who hates correction is not wise." Dear viewers, discipline is what you need to get to where you want to get to. Without discipline, you can never get there. Because success is not possible without discipline. Discipline in your life is necessary to enable you to reach the goals that are worthy of your time and effort, Napoleon Hill asserted. And according to Jim Rohn, one of the best motivational teachers and business seminar organizers in the U.S., said discipline is the bridge between your goals and accomplishment. So if you don't have discipline, you don't have a bridge. Where you are and where you want to get to. The bridge that will enable you to cross from where you are to where you want to get to in future is discipline. Precious ones, your ability to discipline yourself, to set clear goals for yourself, and then work diligently towards them, will do more to guarantee your success than any other single factor. Discipline demands a relentless effort, a relentless focus on what matters most and is of utmost priority and importance in your life. Put your hands together. Precious one, listening to me. Proverbs chapter 10, verse 17 says, and I quote, "He who is disciplined shows the way to life, but whoever hates correction leads others astray." Beloved, never allow any indisciplined person to lead you astray. Beloved, along the journey to success, I found many enticing distractions. But discipline is the principle that thwarts all temptations. My dear students, dear staff members, bad habits are easy to form, but hard to live with and hard to break. But good habits are hard to form, but easy to live with. It will be better if you try not to start smoking or start drinking at all. It will be better if you avoid premarital sex. Don't get into it. But when you start, it will be very difficult to stop. Self-discipline has also been defined as self-denial. Discipline yourself to do only those things that you know are right and appropriate for this moment. Ladies and gentlemen, self-discipline requires delay gratification. What is delay gratification? It is the ability to put off satisfaction and enjoyment in the short term for greater rewards in the long term. Delay gratification if you want to be successful. My dear friends, successful people delay gratification, whereas unsuccessful people are more concerned with personal enjoyment and immediate gratification. Short-term enjoyment and gain always causes long-term difficulty and pain. Chin-chin, saw-saw, and saw-saw, chin-chin. Which one do you want? You go through pain to gain in future, or you enjoy today and regret and go through pain in future. Which one do you want? I want you to take chin-chin, saw-saw. Suffer to gain. Or no cross, no crown. No pain, no gain. Fast life, fast marriages, fast cars, fast money, fast food mostly lead to fast death. Thank you very much. If you fail to go through the due process in this life and always want to cut corners and take the easy way, if you don't take care, you will die before your time. Shortcuts has the tendency of cutting short your life. Short-term action, aim at immediate gratification, can lead to perverse consequences. Short-term gain always lead to long-term pain and regrets. Ladies and gentlemen, success has less to do with speed and more to do with timing and direction. Haste makes waste. Nothing worthwhile happens in a hurry. So be patient and wait for the right time. The psalmist wrote in Psalm 40 verse 1, and I quote, I waited patiently for the Lord, and he inclined unto me and heard my cry and answered my prayers. Tap somebody beside you. Wait patiently. The right time will come. Don't rush. Don't be in a haste. The right time will come, and the Lord will lift you up. Put your hands together. Beloved, the key to success is not rushing, but doing the right thing at the right time. In this life, it is not speed that matters. It is the steady movement in the progress you are making towards the right destination that matters most. My dear one, your ability to think, plan, and work in a short term and discipline yourself to do what is right and necessary before you do what is fun and easy is the key to creating a wonderful future for yourself. Dear friends, decisions are made in a moment because you have decided to be here. That's why you are here. But growth and maturity comes through daily discipline. Just as self-discipline is the key to success, the lack of self-discipline is the major cause for failure, frustrations, underachievement in life. A successful, excellent life demands purity in our lives. I have seen a lot of bright students fail the examination just because they couldn't discipline themselves to study hard and they had no self-control. But dear students and dear viewers, don't forget this. When you live without discipline, you will die without dignity and honor. More often than not, a life of principle and of not succumbing to the seductive sirens of an easy morality always wins the day. Apostle Paul wrote in 1 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 27, and I quote, that I discipline my body and bring it into subjection, lest when I have preached to others, I myself should become disqualified. Plato also asserted, the first and best victory in life is to conquer self and bring self under control. Napoleon Hill also reiterated, and I quote, if you don't conquer self, you will be conquered by self. For no man ever won anything without first winning himself. And there is no one single requirement for individual success which is important than self-discipline. No man is free who is not a master of himself. In the final analysis, our only freedom is the freedom to discipline ourselves. Bernard Barak said, if you can rule your own self, you'll find yourself in the center of things. If you can't rule your own self, you always find yourself outside things. Self-respect is the fruit of self-control and self-discipline. Dear ones, the sense of discipline and dignity grow with the ability to say no to self. Learn to say no to wrong things and be disciplined enough to do the right things at the right time. The time is always right to do what is right, necessary, and relevant. Confucius once said, and I quote, to know what is right and not do it is the worst cowardice. And real integrity means you do what you do because it is right and not fashionable. You don't wear short skirt because it's fashionable. You wear long skirt because it is the right thing. You don't pump your breast and leave it open and cover only the nipple because it's fashionable. But you cover it because you are from a Christian home and you know values and it is the right thing. You don't stay outside the classroom and follow your friends because your friend says you should go somewhere. But you stay in the classroom when a subject which is difficult to understand or a topic which is difficult to understand is being taught, because it is the right thing to do, and that is why you are here. Dear friends, learn to do what you should when you should do it, whether you feel like it or not. Do what is right even when you don't feel like it. Be bold to say no to things that will not help you on your success journey. Just says in 1 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 12, and I quote, all things are lawful to me, but not all things are helpful or beneficial. It's lawful to wear a short skirt. No policeman will arrest you. It's lawful for a male to wear earrings. No policeman will arrest you. It's lawful for a female to wear 6 earrings at the same time. Nobody will arrest you. But is it beneficial? Is it helpful when you're going for an interview or going to meet somebody and you need a favor and you are dressed like that? Is it beneficial? Is it helpful? All things are lawful, but I will not be brought under the power of any. Never put yourself under the power and influence of drugs or premarital sex. We are what we mostly think about, and we are what we repeatedly do. What do you mostly think about? And what do you repeatedly do? Be disciplined, be hardworking, and focus on your goals. Focus on your vision. Focus on your definite purpose in this life. Think right, do the right thing, and you will develop self-respect. And you'll be successful in all that you do. With self-discipline, beloved, you can become all that you can be. With self-discipline, you can become all that you can be. For there is no success without discipline. And discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be in future. Stay blessed and be highly favored. Shalom.
Here are only a few reasons why you should study at Abundant Grace Academy. Students are taught 8 hours a day, 6 days a week. One-on-one customized tuition. Fully air-conditioned computer lab with internet access. Subjects include science, general arts, visual arts, and business. Abundant Grace Academy has full-time SHS 1, 2, 3 as well as remedials. For holistic educational and human development, call Abundant Grace Academy on 0302 257 426 or 0302 257 427 or 027 07 00015.
Locate Abundant Grace Academy at Adabraka near the PTC building.
Knowledge is power, but the word of God is divine. Reverend Charles Ansah Owusu gives you knowledge built on God's word and divine wisdom, providing inspiration and motivation to make you a winner in the race of life. His works include The Awesome Power of Forgiveness, Golden Keys for Winning, Plan to Win, Count It All Joy, Time and Opportunity, You Can Turn Failure into Success, and over 20 other titles to inspire you to success. Take the right steps. Get your copies from Abundant Grace Academy, Abundant Grace Christian Center at Abraka, Accra Mall, Steps to Christ Kanishi, Challenge Bookshop, and all leading bookshops, or call 020-812-8918 or 027-561-6017.
Today we are blessed and we are privileged to have experienced men of God as resource person for our program today. The first person to comment and dilate the topic discipline for us is Pastor Ken Abraham Podo of Winners Chapel, Ghana. Put your hands together and let's welcome Pastor Ken.
When all lizards lie prostrate, we cannot tell who is suffering from a stomach pain. But very soon, the pain will cause one to lie on his back. Then the unknown will be made known. Daniel said, I have purpose in my heart not to defile myself with the king's meat and with the king's wine. with the king's rules and with the king's spirit. After 10 days, when they were all examined, he came out top of all of them. You may think that if I'm disciplined, if I punish myself, what is the difference? Today, if you are disciplined and the other person that is sitting beside you is not disciplined, we cannot tell who is disciplined and who is not disciplined. But very soon, the waters will be shaken, and then we will know who is disciplined and who is not disciplined. I want you to know that your ability to discipline yourself will help you to withstand the test of time for you to achieve your purpose in life. Thank you, and God richly bless you.
I want to listen to what Reverend Emmanuel Demesi have to say about the topic discipline. Put your hands together and let's welcome Reverend Emmanuel Demesi. Thank you, sir.
If you are without discipline, you will die without dignity. So it is not a thing just to wish, not a thing to pray for, but it is a thing to practice. So if you are here and you are not disciplined, but you have a lot of visions, a lot of imaginations, but yet you are not disciplined, forget about it, because that is the wheel that you have to run on to get to your destination. Is somebody here? Now we a lot of us are so gullible, we just buy into things. We begin to do things, say this one is doing it, so let me also do it. What is your focus in life? What do you want in life? Do you want to just please people, or you want to do the right thing? Listen and listen good. The man said, if you can't win the battle over self, self will destroy you. If you want to let everybody knows that you are here, you have arrived, you may not arrive anywhere. There's somebody in the house. He said something, I was moved by that statement, that this one is fashionable, but you don't think whether it is right or not. Why do you expose your valuables and you say everybody is doing it, I have to do it? Are you a self-made person or God-made person? That is something you want to showcase to the world. You don't want to be ego-driven. A lot of these fashions are ego-driven. People to just express something, to achieve something which is temporal. Thank God that you are here and say to yourself, I will discipline myself, because discipline doesn't kill anybody. God bless you.
Put your hands together for Reverend Demesi. We want to welcome here Reverend George Apieni. Put your hands together for the senior pastor of International Life Revival Ministry. Thank you for coming.
Good morning. Good morning, sir. One statement that changed my life many years ago was made by a Methodist priest from the USA called Dr. Charles Blair. And he said, the bigness of a man is determined by the cause he lives for and the price he is willing to pay to achieve it. We are talking about discipline. What do you want to live for? And how ready are you to live for that thing? That will define the kind of lifestyle you need to have. If you want instant life, instant living, people live as if tomorrow will not come. But people who live for tomorrow have learned how to live for tomorrow today. Are you listening? So I always say that, look, this place, you are privileged. Because if some of us and Reverend Demesi and Reverend Claudeman and people who are grown more than we are had the opportunity to hear some of these things, I think that our lives will not be the way it is today. So I want to encourage you. How big do you want to become? And what cause are you living for to bring about that bigness? And what price are you willing to pay to achieve that? It's a question you need to answer. Every successful man has encountered what I call the law of process. The law of process. Every successful man has encountered the law of process. And the law of process will teach you patience. And what undergirds patience is discipline. If you are disciplined, you have patience, and you have patience, you are able to go through the process. If you are able to go through the process, you will come up successful, and you will come up being enviable towards everybody. Everybody envies you. Why? Because you have acquired, you have achieved. You did not take things on a silver platter, but you have gone through the mill, and you inspire people. People can talk about you. People will look up to you. Don't be a liability to society. Be an asset. God bless you.
The last but not the least is Reverend Claudeman. Put your hands together for Reverend Claudeman to comment on the topic discipline.
God bless you. Discipline. Caleb, he and Joshua and 12 others were sent to spy a land. Every one of you seated here, you have been sent on this earth to spy a land. Your future opportunities, your future possibilities, the great things you are supposed to do on this earth. Whilst they were sent on that land, 10 people saw differently, but Caleb and Joshua also saw differently. Whilst others were saying we saw giants and we were like dwarfs, the others say we can conquer them. It takes a man of discipline to make that statement. When they were on that land, Caleb spotted a mountain and he said, this mountain, I will possess it. You are seated here, you have a dream to be a doctor, a lawyer, a pastor, an engineer, an accountant. It is possible, but it takes self-discipline. Sticking to that vision. After 45 years, Caleb saw himself standing on that mountain. And now he told Joshua, give me the mountain, because I required it 40 years ago and I've been able to discipline myself and I've achieved my goal. Give it to me. Anything you have desired for yourself and God has told you he will give you. A year is coming, a time is coming. If you discipline yourself enough, you say, I've been through, I've passed, now where is my certificate? What is it that I will stand out to say that I've achieved it? Discipline will give it to you. Delay gratification today. Sleep less than how every other person sleeps. Go a little extra. When others are laughing at you, keep your eye on the vision. One day, today, the people who are laughing at you will clap for you because you stuck to your vision and you had discipline. May the Lord bless you, and may every dream, every vision he gave you come to pass because you have disciplined yourself. Character has been developed in you. May your character give you the fulfillment of your vision. God bless you.
Put your hands together for Reverend Claudeman. There is no success without sacrifice. There is no success without discipline. Where you are today, where you want to get to in future, who you are today, and who you want to become in future, the bridge to that is discipline.
Thank you for tuning into this program, Time with Abundant Grace. God bless you for watching.
God didn't create anybody to become poor, and God didn't create anybody to become rich. You will become rich if you want. When you fail, it does not mean that you must quit. All that is important is that you must accept the failure, that is something which is not bad, and that it is something which is enabling you to know your weaknesses, learn your lessons, and then you bounce back.
To learn from your failure, we should be prepared to take responsibility of our failures. If we can be able to say that, well, I did this one, that is why that I failed, but not some devil sitting somewhere, but not some witches sitting somewhere, then we will be able to know to have solution to our failure.
So from today, change your mind from seeing yourself as a mistake. And when you make mistakes, don't be down. Rather, be excited about the mistake you've made, for out of it many discoveries can be made.
If you fail to work and idle about, and all you do is to gossip around, you will become poor, no matter how spiritual you are.